Hey, Hannah here. I pulled this headboard out of my neighbor's trash. This beauty is 100% wood and it matches my porch chairs. So I decided to try to make a coffee table out of it for outside eating. And so my honey bear, who happened to be cutting wood in the back, I kind of grabbed him and asked him if he would just cut down the pieces for this project I'm doing. I would have done it myself, but why? He's right there. He has a saw right in his hand. Um, it looked almost identical to the chairs I have, but because this is supposed to be a simple project and I don't have many skills with making a DIY table, this is my first one. I decided to just start off with plain wood board. And of course, the first thing you gotta do is strip the board down to bare wood. I have to apologize for my garage. It's just a lot of things in there with my honey bear there too. And so we have a lot of organizing to do. But we decided to work on the backyard first. And so that is why I need to make this coffee table for the porch area and get the porch area done. We have done work on the porch, which should be under Mike and Me Adventures, when you see some results that we have that we did for the porch. But this video is just focused on the table. Sorry, it's late at night. The table that I worked on. And so it started off pretty easy. And like I told you, I'm extremely new at this, and it's just something I wanted to do. So of course, I'm doing a very unconventional way. And if you're new to my channel, why don't you hit the subscribe button? I'm trying to build my channel, but I'm also just trying to show you that you can try projects even though you may not be good at them and it's just maybe your first time trying it. It's okay to just try things for yourself and you don't have to be this expert. For this DIY table, I am going to be gluing the pieces together. That's right, I'm going to be gluing all the pieces together. No screws, no nails, glue. Right now I'm just kind of conceptualizing my idea that I have. I will need to also glue pieces on the end to stabilize it and to put the legs in that way. And so I'm using wood glue and just in a brush to kind of smooth it on the two sides that I'm going to be gluing together. And this project took a little bit of time. I just worked on it and then went to work on another project. So I'm like literally doing about 2 projects at one time. I think at this time I was working on that tall boy dresser that I posted. It was on a porch, and then I had this thing in the basement in the garage. Gotta clean up the glue. Gives me less work to do afterwards with the sanding. Okay, I came back and I saw that the glue did adhere, and so it's time to glue another piece together. I decided to go and do what I did before and just glue the two together. This project wasn't hard. It was just, it took its time to kind of let things dry. And so I wanted to inspect the box of the legs that I bought because I haven't even saw them yet. And if you're familiar with the hairpin legs, it's like black legs that look in the shape of a hairpin. And they're very simple, and they also can upgrade anything that you make. And since I decided to do something simple because this is my first time, and so just some simple legs to go on the coffee table. And so now it's time for me to kind of put them together. I've been working on them. They're not perfect, but I'm still pretty happy with my results, and I'm going to keep going. And this is the board. I had 5 of them all together. And now I'm trying to figure out the support. And so I'm going to have to cut this piece in half, which surprisingly, it actually is an even cut. And so this is my saw tool. So I think it's a good time to kind of sand down a few of the errors and the glue. And so now the same process, I'm going to glue the support beams wood and across, and this is where the legs are going to be on. Put too much glue on it, but I'll get this cleaned up. So now with the same process, I'll stick it together and put clamps on. And so I take it out back and I start to like just kind of clean it up. Especially when you have it out in the sunlight, you can see more errors. So I can get, but I really took it out so that I can start the, it's like a stain and like a clear stain, but something that'll help it last through this kind of weather because it's an outside table. And so I put Hellsman on there, which is the same thing that I put on the chairs. And I was putting on this little love seat thing that I got for free. I did 2 coats. I found that the supported wood on the bottom needed a second piece because the pin hair legs wouldn't fit completely on that piece. So I had to put 2 pieces together in order to make sure the table legs were stable. Because I already have it glued. I can't have it glued and the legs aren't stable on the bottom. So 2 wood pieces. I had 1 more left. So it's time for me to glue a second piece on each side, which you can see I already cut it. So it's time to go through the same process. This time I'm doing it inside. Now it's time to put the legs on, but before I do, I sort of have to just try to track exactly where the holes are going to be. So I got this Sharpie to kind of mark the holes because I need to drill some pilot holes to put this in through the wood. Pretty tough to get in there. Since I'm not really that great at it, and the drill is kind of hard to get around it, I decided not to really show my process with that. But I did install the legs. Please stand by for a reminder of the headboard. And this is what it looked like afterwards. And it's on the porch, ready to be a table to eat with. It's a little high up than I thought. I could have got a size smaller, but I do like this. Let me know what you think.